Hi, I'm Abby Entwistle. I'm a member of the Three Springs OneLife media team, and we've been working on a project for the past couple of weeks where we've asked our students and staff and Three Springs staff what they have enjoyed about this year, what their favorite things about this year with their OneLife students was, and we've compiled it together into a video to show on graduation day. So on behalf of media team and our students, I hope you enjoy.
I mean, just this time we get to spend together, like in the cottage house. It's fun, like playing Smash, just hanging out. Like earlier, like tonight, like I was playing Rummy with like Morgan, a little like Sky was there, Alice. We played a game that Alice had. I mean, it was just fun. We like played games for like an hour and a half. Like that's what I'll remember most, probably. It's just like the relationships,
The community.
yeah, the community, just hanging out with people. Like, I mean, like the events are cool or whatever, like that, and like the trips that we get to go on and stuff like that. But like, really, when I think of OneLife, I'll just think of like the people that got to show life.
So the second or third week of OneLife, we took a trip to this like water hole, and we actually, it was like freezing cold. The water was, and I don't know why we were jumping in that water, but it probably wasn't healthy. But we had a great time, and I just feel like that's when our community really bonded and just had an emotional connection.
Yeah, there was this really pretty sunset. Emily really wanted to go see the sunset, and Sam said he'd go with her, but they couldn't go alone, of course, because it's the OneLife way, and nobody else wanted to go. So I was like, "Well, I'll go." I jumped in the car, and it was just a really cool moment. We drove out there to the top of the hill. We all got out and sat on these hay bales, and it was just the most like random, like sporadic thing, but I don't know. It felt like it was a good bond, with them.
And just traveling up the mountain with these brand new people who are super fun, and just seeing the world with them and experiencing something new with them, because I've never done that particular part before. It just really stuck with me, and then like traveling back down and talking to Alice and listening to everybody karaoke on the Jeep was just like the most fun thing ever, and cracking jokes. It's just like, pretty good.
One that comes to mind is when we were in Colorado on the Jeep tour, and I think that was like one of the first times I started to feel more, I guess, welcome and like in the group, and from that point on I was like, it's gonna be a good year. I remember on our way down the mountain, the guys started the whole Italian accent thing, and they were probably talking in an Italian accent for a good chunk of the trip, and I just remember being in the back just crying, laughing, and so that was just a really special bonding moment with all of the guys there.
So that's where it started.
Oh yeah.
Colorado.
Oh yeah.
Of all places.
It was good.
Yeah. Well, Colorado just screams Italian, Godfather.
Oh yeah.
Italians. How did we become Italian when we went to OneLife?
None of us are Italian. None of us are Italian except for Steven.
I know.
And he's only like a quarter Italian.
Yeah. His name. Everybody can convert to Christianity, and everyone can become an Italian.
Write that down.
I enjoyed doing firewood, which I do every year with the students. So by the end of the year, they're very familiar with firewood.
Wood in a place of wood. Wood in a place of wood. That will stick with me forever, truly. Whether that's trauma or a fun memory, that will be a fun memory.
The amount of wood we did
Every
on
time you
service
see a block of
projects.
wood, you're gonna be like, service projects.
I bet I touched every one of those pieces of wood 5 times by now.
The amount of times we've set off the fire alarm, though.
We have a count.
Oh,
What did you say the
wait,
longest
what's
was?
our record?
Our record is 56 days, but most of that was winter break and Thanksgiving break.
Oh,
wow.
Now we pan to a picture of McGregor with the fire. That'd be amazing. Right there. McGregor with the fire. I think that's gonna be one of those memories that sticks with me. Just watching. It's like being present in that moment and then watching it evolve later. Like all the memes that came afterwards with McGregor in the fire.
Will and his memes. Those are the best.
Also, spike ball.
Yes. That's
That's been really sweet. When me and Faith beat Levi and Aiden at ASG and became actual legends and spikeball champions at ASG.
those men are.
Yeah, you do. Swoop!
Do?
That was such a good moment.
That was good. And then we also beat the top girls too.
Yeah, we just became spikeball legends.
We just killed it.
And then Faith won
Faith
alcohol.
literally is my favorite memory. I know, like, we talked about this the other day, like, ASG, she just, like, killed everything.
Literally?
It was so good. Carried through. That's so true.
ASG, we had a speaker the whole week. We got to meet the other groups, and that was really cool. Meeting with them, talking about what they've been going through at their sites, and also getting to do different things with them. And I got to play some basketball and spike ball, and meet some people who I ended up reconnecting with later on in the other ASG and CSG, which is really cool to see how that relationship with the other groups has been.
One of my favorite memories was Pine Praise, and so just getting to worship together with a bunch of our students who just played a bunch of different instruments and acoustic set, and we just had so much fun up there just worshiping the Lord, and I don't think any of us stopped smiling through the entire time. So just a really fun time together, and making pies and then sharing that with all of our OneLifers.
Yeah, I mean, a somewhat similar moment was at ASG when Jim Thompson came and led worship. I mean, that was with all of OneLife, but that was just such a cool, time and place and experience.
Yo, what's up, OneLife 3 Springs? Jim Thompson here. Great to see you guys. Hey, you did it. You finished. You crushed it. Your year of OneLife. Well done. Way to go. I'm seriously so proud of you guys. I know how unique and arduous and beautiful and wonderful the entire year is, and I fully believe with all my heart that God has taught you guys stuff over the past 8 or 10 months that will stick with you for the rest of your life. And I pray that stuff is not just in your brain or not just an experience that you had, but also that it's something that is going to seep into your soul, the really beautiful stuff about the gospel and about scripture and about community and about mission, and just owning your faith and owning the fact that we've been commissioned to love one another and love one another well. And so as you think about life past OneLife, I pray that God's mercy would be real to you, that the gospel of Jesus crucified and resurrected would be sweet to you, that the Spirit would be the wind in your sails and the breath in your lungs, and that you would treasure and cherish what God has done in your own life, and treasure and cherish what He's done in the lives of your brothers and sisters around you. And again, so proud of you guys and so happy for you. And here's what you need to do. Just come on down to visit me in Greenville and hang out, and we'll talk about it. Way to go, guys. Much love.
Favorite things is just watching the students hang out and watching you guys hang out, especially when you came back from Israel. So that weekend you were all delirious from jet lag, but just watching the group of you sit in the mansion and just talk and laugh and have fun and that joy, it was neat to see. Those are my enjoyable memories.
The one moment on the trip that will forever be imprinted in my mind was when we were at the Encounter Chapel at Magdala, and the big painting was on the wall of the woman who touched the hem of Jesus' garment, and we were all sitting on cushions surrounding the outside perimeter of the chapel, and an older group came in while we were sitting there, and without any prompting or anything like that, all the students just got up off their seats and sat on the floor so that these other people could sit down, and literally brought me to tears. And I feel like that this class has been, like Lenny said, so aware of your surroundings, so respectful of other people, so engaged with everything that's going on with each other and with other people. So I feel like you guys have loved God and loved others well, and that has impacted us. And I know that it will impact others as you leave OneLife.
Well, there's always the anticipation and the knuckle biting. Will the Olafs come on time? And you have. Thank you. Olaf, that stands for One Life annual friends, Olafs. We refer to you as Olafs because you are our friends. And you come, and then you go in a year.
The first week when we sat under the stars.
Oh yeah.
That was a good one. That was really fun. That was awesome.
People were saying dad jokes.
Oh, I remember that. It was like Benji, Sam, and McGregor.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was weird. I was like, oh dear, what have I gotten myself into? Who are these people? Yeah.
A central quesadilla to my exquisite burrito, and finally, my delicate taco!
Just their deep hunger for in knowing God, spending time with Him, and just the atmosphere where whether we're in a bus or whether we're in the reservation, whether we're in class, because I got to teach even in class, just really getting to see just a sustained curiosity to know God and to know His Word, and then also a sustained curiosity to learn. And I think that is just a distinctive feature about the OneLife students this year.
The OneLife values being to be all in.
Mm-hmm.
And with this particular group, I saw an elevated effort to be all in. They were all in, all in. And that was a great thing to see.
And you embrace the hospitality of Three Springs. Our DNA is hospitality, and you guys just embraced it fully, and we could feel it.
Greetings and talofa lava. I would like to take this time to wish you all a blessed and happy graduation. I also wanted to say thank you for giving me your time when I was with you teaching. I was really blessed how open your hearts were to receive what I taught on entering and protocols to tribal lands, as we were challenged to honor. And when we enter, we come in with humble hearts, come in with honor, and come in low. So congratulations, and wish you all the best of all the next steps you're going to take in life. Soifua.
Hi, OneLife Three Springs. This is Derek Melleby. I just want to say this. Just know that wherever I would go, and your group, Three Springs, this year had been there before, everybody said how great you were. And it wasn't just places I visited. Whenever I was around Three Springs, like their staff or people who were visiting, and then I would have conversations with them, it's almost like the name of your group is Three Springs is great. Like is great is part of your name. So just know this, like you have influence on the people around you, and I hope you take that with you wherever you go after OneLife. Know that people are watching, not in a creepy way, in a good way. And as you honor Christ with your decisions and how you live, you're going to lead so many people into the way of Christ. So keep that up.
Elle and I were just sitting in the apartment, and then like 10 or so students came in and had communion in the middle of the living room. Like totally impromptu, incredible, just God moment. Like to watch a whole group of young people come in for no reason, it wasn't assigned, and they had set aside hymns and liturgy and taken the time to bake bread and have communion together. And like we just got to observe. It was amazing.
I just love our giggles that we have. We have a lot of giggles in here at night.
We do have a lot of giggles. Heidi reads to us at night.
Yeah.
So sweet. And we all sit here on the floor. Well, I sit on the floor. But it's, yeah.
Hey friends, it is hard to believe the end is here. The beginning of something great coming too. Congratulations on making it through this year. I'd love to sit with you for about 2 hours and unpack this year and think about what you learned and so forth. But I'm reflecting on our trip in October and thinking about the many miles that we traveled. Remember that in the white vans? As you leave OneLife, you're thinking about all the gaps and all the content you've learned all this year. And you're also thinking about Israel. You were just there. Talk about gaps. Oh my word. The stories I've been hearing from you and from other campuses is just crazy. The world doesn't need perfect people, or well, maybe it does. It needs Jesus, and it wants Jesus, but the expectation isn't for you to have it all figured out and for you to have it perfect. But you can go into the world after One Life thinking about who needs you. Who needed you to go through One Life and all the things that you have experienced this year? So hugs to you all. I love you, and I'm so grateful for how you have contributed to my life and made it extra special this year. Okay, bye.
There was a rock face, behind our campsite, and we had told everyone, please don't climb the rock face. And then someone, I don't know, some innocent girl, somebody was like, Julie, Michael's up there. And I was like, what? And I turned around and Michael's sitting like at the top of the cliff. And I just looked at him and I was like, Michael, down now.
I maybe like embrace the hill for the girls. We did that like the
Do not let the hill intimidate.
We did that like the first week. We were like, we're just gonna do it. We're not gonna complain about it. And like I feel like we genuinely followed through with that. Not that we don't mention it, but in that like we're not salty about the hill.
Yes.
We just do it. Papa's like best.
You did slide. Oh my goodness, yes. Be like Papa and run.
Especially when it's like really dark out. Like go up the hill without a flashlight.
Yes.
Actually, that is amazing. One of my favorite things. Walking up and down the hill and looking at the sky, whether it's the morning for breakfast or at night we're leaving for class.
Dude, like a month ago, after we turned in phones, I was walking up and I was wearing my favorite blue coat. It's like the stars were ringing. It was a great moment. Amazing.
One Life 3 Springs, class of 2023. I can't wait to see where you go next. Congratulations.
I can't wait to watch and see how God, our good God, uses you in that redemption of all things. In whatever corner of the creation you find yourself, I wish you the best, a life of redemptive and playful work for the glory of God forever and ever. Amen.
I think the members of this group know why they're here, and that doesn't mean that they always understand what's happening. That doesn't mean they always understand what's happening within them or what's changing or how they're growing. Can't always name or measure those things, but they know why they want to be here, and they know that they want to be here. I remember being on the bus. And Deanne at one point turned around and she basically said, this is a really good group, isn't it? And I was just like, yes.
And you guys are just super special. There's not much more we can say about that, but you are, and we'll miss you terribly.
Yeah.
Students, and he was like, I think every single one of them has won our hearts, and he's absolutely right. So.
Love you guys.
And then I have one more thing. Talk like Ted. Please, just talk like Ted.
Guys, don't forget to moon the world. That's it. That's it.